welcome to my channel and to my journey in beauty. Today's video is an update and the last update before the finale on my 12 Pans of Christmas project. Project that I'm doing with some lovely ladies over on Instagram as well as some here on YouTube. I will have them all linked in the description box below, as well as on my Instagram post that I put up every day that I post a video. And so let's go ahead and get into the progress. I do have 2 empties this month, so let's go ahead and get those out of the way. The first empty is the My Burberry Blush Dabber bottle of perfume. This line on the side is where I was at the previous update, and it is all gone, and I'm really glad I finished this. It wasn't horrible, but it definitely was not my favorite, and so I'm just glad to have another little dabber bottle out of my collection. And then the next update, some people may not interpret as an empty, but I do. When it comes to lip products, I do not dig out product from the packaging. I realize there is some product down there that eventually goes to waste in my house because I'm not into applying lip products with my fingers. I'm kind of a germaphobe, and overall I really just don't like to apply things with my fingers unless it's like my Laneige lip sleeping mask, in which case I wash my hands before I use it. So my EOS Chamomile Lip Balm, and my last update I said I'd like to get it down to the grid, and I have reached the grid, and I could still apply it a little bit, but I found as I got down to this part in the packaging, the product down here didn't perform the same. It was no longer nourishing to my lips. It almost has a little bit of a gritty texture, and in fact I felt it did the opposite for my lips. It didn't feel nourishing, it felt drying on the lips and very waxy. So I'm calling this puppy done, and I'm really glad to have it out of here. This was not my favorite by EOS, and I'm just finding better things in general that I prefer for hydrating my lips. Even something like the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper, I find something like this to be much more hydrating as a lip prep before a colored lip product. I find that more effective than I do this, so goodbye. Now let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the products and the progress that I've made, and I'm going to tell you if I think I will finish them before the finale, which will be on December 20th. The first product is the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. This is a sample that I received in Sephora Play. I do think this will be finished before the finale. The stopper has been out since the beginning of the project, and I have been scraping the inside of the tube with the doe foot applicator, which is a hot mess. But I do find the more that I'm scraping the sides of the packaging, the less product is coming out. So I'm about 95% certain that this will be finished before the finale. Let's talk skincare here. I have this Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask, which was also from a Sephora Play box. You'll see a theme of that here. But here I was at the last update, and even though there's a little bits of product up in here, this is where I am right here. At most, I have 2 uses left of this, and I tend to mask on the weekends, so this will definitely be gone by the next update. Not update, by the finale. Oh, sometimes my brain takes a weekend as well, and this might be the case today. Next is the Korres Wild Rose Vitamin C Brightening Oil. This is definitely a case of slow and steady wins the race, but you can see my previous line was this middle line right here, and this line is where I am today. Because of that usage, and because I do believe I could even use this a little bit more in my routine, sometimes I forget to use this at night. This will definitely be done before the finale. Then we have the MAC Strobe Cream sample in Pink Light, and I've been using this as a primer. I decided I didn't like it as an all-over face primer, but I do use it in the places on my cheek and a little bit on my chin bulk where I would normally place a more glowy primer, so not in the T-zone basically. And I did make some decent progress on it, but I will have to really be dedicated to this product in order to finish it by the finale. I'm gonna keep working on that one. Definitely not a product I would purchase though. Next is the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder, which I just got another one in Sephora Play, which is awesome because I really would like to buy the full-size product, but at the last update, or the first update, I was about at the middle mark in the packaging in terms of where the powder was. You can see that I've made very similar progress between the first update and the second update as I did from the intro to the first update. So I am definitely confident that I will have this finished up by the finale. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm panning more than one powder, so I've kind of been rotating, and that has helped to have consistent progress on both of them. Next is the Hoola bronzer that won't die. Not that I've been panning it for a long time or anything, but this product continues to surprise me. At the last update, I had hoped that I would have worn off the Hoola embossing in the powder product, but I hadn't, and I thought for sure by today I would have worn away the embossing completely, but apparently it is an underground embossing situation going on here. I'll have the pictures for you, but the Hoola is just barely visible. As well as I do have, if you see, look here, I do have a little bit of almost side pan toward the back. So kind of revamping my goal here. My original goal was to finish this. In the last update, I said I'd like to hit pan on this by the end of the project. I think my goal for the finale will be to possibly hit side pan on this back part, which is where my brush hits against when I'm loading my brush with product. So we'll see if that's even a possibility. This is definitely a product that I'm not going to hit original goal on, which was to finish it, and I'm very reluctant to even hope that I will hit pan on this by the finale, so that's okay though. I mean, you win some, you lose some when it comes to panning projects, especially shorter panning projects, because unless you've been doing it for a long time, it's really hard to gauge how much product you actually use. And then the last product in this project is the Elizabeth Mott Show Me Your Glow Shimmer Shadow and Highlighter. I've been using the heck out of this. I use it as a brow bone highlight. I use it as an inner corner highlight, which I have both today. I use it as a highlighter highlight. It's a very light shade, and so I'll put it like on my cheeks right here, on the tip of the nose, on the tip of the chin, etc. And so I was hoping to have this done by this update, but I didn't,
Oh, there went some chunks.
We're having chunkage at this point, like lost product. It keeps kind of chipping away. Because this pan is so small, I'm not even going to try to repress it. Once it finally gives way, I'm gonna call it an empty because there's just nothing to do with this. I mean, by the time I would mix it up with rubbing alcohol and try to repress it in there, there just wouldn't be any product left. It'd be in the bowl or it'd be on the instrument that I use for mixing things. So this definitely will be done probably by the end of the weekend or maybe even early next week, but definitely before the finale.
The chunks are bothering me. They're sitting on my desk and I can't handle it.
So anyways, that is my second and final update for the 12 Pans of Christmas Project Pan. And I hope that even though Jacqueline Lovine, who is the creator of this project originally, even though she's not participating in this project anymore, I hope that this project will continue on for many more years to come. This has been one of my favorite projects that I've done so far. It's been really interesting since this ends almost at the end of the year, and I also have my year-long project that's ending at the end of the year, and just trying to find a way to balance and use all of the products and kind of time things since this one ends a little bit earlier. So I'm learning lots, but it's been really fun. The ladies that are doing this project are absolutely lovely. We've had a really good time chatting in DMs on Instagram, so make sure you check them out. And I hope all of your makeup days are beautiful makeup days, and I'll see you in my next video soon. Bye!